Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Unetta Spring.
All right, y'all, Rick's Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is 4 minutes after the hour, y'all. We got our licensed professional counseling. If you look up counseling and getting your mind right, if you Google it, her picture will pop up with her smiling. Yeah. Counselor Spring, good morning.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Rickey.
Yeah, thank you for coming on with us every Tuesday, because we really have to break the generational curse of African Americans not going and getting therapy and thinking that you're just supposed to Jesus will work it out if you let him. But he also created counseling. Hey, speak on that a little bit. Just some of the thoughts of people. Have people, was like ever been like, I never would have gotten therapy, and thank you, and here's how this has helped me.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm so glad you mentioned that, because, yes, Jesus will work it out. But he placed these counselors here to help us navigate that process of working it out, right? Because it's a process to getting things worked out. So, yeah, I hear it all the time. And I think, we as, African Americans, we are showing up in the therapy session. So that is really warming my heart that there are a lot of clinicians out here that are offering services, and people are becoming more comfortable with it. So thank you for having me on here, because we are definitely breaking that curse.
Yeah, that generational curse. Like people thought if you went to counseling that you was crazy or something was wrong with you, and people don't understand. Can you speak on just how traumatized? Well, I'll give you an example. I got hungry last night, and I went and got a slice of pizza. Like I really did, and I don't leave my house when it get dark. And the police whipped around with the lights flashing. The police whipped up in. I thought he was turning to the parking lot, but there was a side street. And he whipped, but I thought he was going to turn into the pizza place parking lot. And I cannot tell you how traumatized. I must be traumatized because I was going to step into the pizza parlor and literally lay on the floor with my hands and legs spread it. Now, what is that? And I like my heart was racing. I was panicking, gasping for air. Like, gee, I started thinking about my kids. What is that all about?
Yeah, what you have described is being activated, right? And it's in a sense like a trigger when you describe your heart racing, right? And then you're thinking of, thinking of your kids, thinking of what I can do to protect my kids. All of that is what happens when what we call, like in counseling, your bottom brain gets activated, right? It's that fight, flight, freeze, or appease response. When that part of your brain gets activated, the only thing that's on your mind is, how can I survive? What do I need to do to survive? So that's why a lot of times people are saying, well, why did they run? Because once your fight, flight, freeze response gets activated, that's all you know how to do is figure out, how can I protect myself? So that's exactly what you experienced. When you saw that police officer, your bottom brain got activated and you went into fight, flight, freeze response.
Wow. I have a couple questions. So amid all of the protests and the civil unrest right now, and a lot of us are figuring out what our activism looks like, and we're trying to be a part of the cause and to help the cause. But it does cause a strain on you being out there in the protests, watching the videos. So what do we need to do to keep our mind and our heart healthy while we're seeing and dealing with these things that are absolutely outrageous?
Yes, I'm so glad you asked that, Eva, okay? Because being a part of the cause looks different for everybody, right? Some people are going to be out there protesting and on the front line, and that is absolutely fine. But sometimes it may look different. Like, actually, the reality is, right, when you think about, like, oppression and systematic oppression, what was the thing that we weren't allowed to do? We weren't allowed to rest. Right? That was something that was stripped from us, our opportunity to take care of ourselves and rest. So sometimes, like, fighting oppression means self-care. right? So that you have the strength and the energy to get out there when it's your turn to get out there. But everybody doesn't fight the same way. So really knowing what your purpose is and what you are designed to do. For me, you know, I got out there and did a march this weekend, and I, you know, I felt like I could do it. But, you know, sometimes for me, it's being in a therapy session, you know, and talking to my black and white clients about what privilege is. You know, for you guys, it's being on this radio show and talking about it, right? So I think really being specific about what is my individual part and being okay if that part does not look like everybody else's part.
Wow. Hey, we really appreciate this. And next week, we're going to be talking about somebody on the morning show who most people on the morning show that works on the morning show don't like because he's messy and keep up a lot of confusion. Probably your favorite person, Counselor Spring. Maybe you need to go get therapy, Counselor Spring.
Leave Gary alone.
Wait a minute. Whoa. How you know who I was talking about? Wait a minute. See?
You know, there's this thing that happens every week where Gary comes up in some way. So,
Counselor Spring, let everybody know how you can be reached.
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, Spring Forth Counseling. If you want to text to subscribe to my mailing list, you can text Spring to 55444. And I'm on YouTube as Yanetta Spring, so you can check out my YouTube page as well.
There it is. Y'all give it up for Counselor Yanetta Spring. Yeah. One time.